Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm doing the September 2020 monthly tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it may not apply to you personally. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now, in relation to the spread, I'll be using the Rider-Waite deck and clarifying with the intuitive. Ooh, we don't need these at this point. And yeah, I'll be using, as I said, a Celtic cross style spread. However, they will be an extended reading for the first time now available, okay? So if you find the messages within resonates with your circumstances, you can check out the link in the description box in order to obtain the extended, right, for this monthly reading in your sign. Okay, so let's go into it. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. It means absolutely the world to me to have your support, so thank you so much for taking the time to not only check out my channel, but to be a part of the online community. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, especially as I'm so close to reaching my milestone. It would mean so much to have your ongoing support and to really just, expand. So much appreciated. Don't forget to hit the notifications bell so that you're informed when your next reading goes live. Oops. And yeah, that's essentially it. Okay. So we're almost there now. Okay. So Capricorn, let's get into it. So with regards to your present circumstances, you have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like it's a case of you're just trying to figure out what would be the best option for yourself right now. How can I best move forward so that I'm really in alignment with what I actually want and I don't fall into similar pitfalls from the past, right? Because I feel like, you have an idea of what is important to you, you know what matters to you, but you might not necessarily know how to approach that, right? You might not necessarily know how to, you don't know how to come into alignment with it, or you don't know how to manifest something, right? We'll have a look at that as we clarify. In the position of your challenge, you have the Five of Wands. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is in a conflict, in a dialogue, communication going back and forth between different schools of thought that you have on how to best approach this. But I feel like, you need to clear out the clutter, right? You need to stop going round and round in your head and giving excuses for this, that, and the other, or, stop kind of just being in the state of, not being able to get your heart, mind, and spirit all on the same page, because that's what I feel like this is, symbolizing at this point, that, the three should all be in balance and harmony, and that's not what's happening right now. So you need to overcome this, right? You need to be able to get the head space, the heart space, and the emotional, the spirit body into alignment, right? So with regards to your feelings, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, Earth energy, your energy, as well as Taurus and Virgo. So I feel like with this being in reverse, it's a case of, I think where you've been very complacent, because with it being in reverse, it's not even slow moving. It's a standstill. Things have come to a complete standstill. So I feel like where you were making, or very, very slow, right? Either a complete standstill or like barely moving at all. So I feel like in the past you were making strides, you were making progress, but now you've become stagnant. And I wonder why that is. We'll take a look at that when we clarify. With your, what's crowning you at this time, you know, what's within your power to affect, the ruling energy, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So more earth energy. Yeah, the thing is, it's like you have a lot to offer, right? You do have skills, you have talents, you have very positive traits, right? You have a lot to offer, but I feel like you're not putting it into practice. This really ties into the shadow work reading as well. So check that out for your sign, Capricorn, if this is resonating for you. But I feel like you're sitting on a treasure trove of information, of skills, of talents, hidden talents, of understandings, you know. I feel like there's so much you could put out in the world that would do the collective a lot of good, but you're sitting on it for some reason. Maybe out of fear that you're not good enough, or that it won't be well received. I don't know. We'll have to look at that. But in regards to your recent past, you have the Page of Cups in reverse, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be dealing with a water sign, possibly someone younger than yourself. But I feel like either someone didn't give you the support that you needed, or you didn't feel like you offered the support they needed. And that kind of affected you as well on some level, right? That you didn't get the emotional support. Maybe you felt very hypercritical of yourself, and you know, you didn't get the reassurance that you needed, and that's what stopped you from moving forward. Or that, you know, you didn't feel worthy of some kind of support, right? Or you didn't feel worthy of some kind of affection or something like that. It wasn't given to you growing up, this reassurance, right? So that made you doubt yourself or question things, whether or not you're capable. Or maybe it's a case of, yeah, there's something you're not able to overcome because you feel like you didn't offer what was needed at the time, right? You didn't offer this to someone else. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, but that's what I'm getting from this. Okay, so in your near future, you have the Six of Swords in reverse. So air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like, you know, people can't do the work for you, right? You're aware of this. So you're like, I need to get myself where I want to be. But, you know, I'm so complacent at this point. I don't even know how to get myself motivated. I don't know how to get myself out of apathy or out of, you know, stagnation and move towards my goals, you know. But I know that no one else can get me there for me. I need to get myself there, right? Next card you have in relation to your advice is the Devil in reverse. So this is your energy, Capricorn, right? But with it being in reverse, it's like telling you that you need to overcome your own shadow, right? Like when it comes to your own shadow telling you that you're not good enough, you can't do it, you're not deserving, you haven't got any talents, no one's gonna care, no one appreciates it. Like whatever this little devil voice is that makes you feel less than, right? You need to understand that is not real, that that's not grounded in any form of reality, that that's just your fears talking, and that's just, I don't know, maybe something you heard from someone growing up that you chose to adopt as a belief, right? But you need to overcome that because that's holding you back from realizing your potential. Next card you have in relation to your external influences at this time. So this can be people, places, environments, situations that are playing out. You have the King of Wands in reverse. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could have any of those placements in your chart prominently, or you could be dealing with a fire sign. But I feel like with this being here, you know, in reverse, I feel like, you know, you have someone in your life that's kind of volatile, that does not, you know, uplift you, is maybe very quick to criticize you, and that's why you're very quick to criticize yourself, because you're just so used to that dynamic. There's something possibly very toxic in this dynamic with whoever's in your environment, right? Because everything they're saying and doing is coming from a place of ego. It's not coming from a place of nurturing support. So again, I feel like you didn't get the support that you needed from those that are in your direct environment, right? and all you're getting actually is impatience, maybe hostility, maybe frustration, ego, you know. You might be dealing with a full-blown narcissist even with this energy, especially so close to the devil. It's like, oh, you might be dealing with a narcissist here, unfortunately. Okay. So, with regards to your fears, you have the High Empress in reverse. This is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a Pisces, especially with that Page of Cups there. It could easily be a Pisces. But I feel like either way, you're afraid that you're not going to be able to speak up when it counts. Maybe there was a situation in the past that required you to do so and you didn't. And that kind of made you feel even more crappy, right? Because you felt like that was my opportunity to stand up to this person, especially if you have someone toxic in your environment. Or you're like, this is my opportunity to show that I care towards this person or someone else or whatever. Or to show what I'm made of, that I can stand up to tyranny, that I can stand up for what I believe in, or I can stand up for my dream, or stand up for myself, about my worth, whatever it is, right? I think you're afraid that you're not going to do that. And that's what you want to do. You want to speak up. You want to express yourself. You don't want to feel like you're being held back by anyone or anything. So, but you're afraid that you'll never be able to do that, right? With the Eight of Pentacles here in the position of your hopes, I feel like you want to work on yourself. You want to work on it. You want to see progress in your life again rather than stagnation. So you do really want to turn things around. You want to keep healing yourself, working on yourself, taking strides towards your goals, the things you're passionate about, what you want in life. You know, so you do want it, but you're just currently not really taking any action towards it from what I can see so far, right? And as your potential outcome, you have the Fool card in reverse. So it's like you may be very quick to give up on certain things, right? Because it's challenging or because it requires a different approach. And, you know, you guys being very rooted in earth energy, you guys, I mean, this is Aries energy, so it's not like your energy at all. You could be dealing with an Aries here as well. So, you know, you don't find it easy just taking the plunge in something, taking a big risk in something, just going for it, right? You need to have it calculated completely in your mind before you take a risk, you know. And that's what I feel like you're struggling with, because, you know, if it doesn't quite fully, if the maths doesn't come together fully in your mind, you're very quick to just give up on it, right? Because you're not willing to take a risk that you haven't calculated or that doesn't come across as very logical and practical and reasonable, right? Even if it's something you really want. You're like, that doesn't make sense, so I'm not going to do it. You know? So you might be holding yourself back because of that as well. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we can reveal with these energies as we clarify further. But I feel like your biggest blockage could be someone in your environment, but it's more so yourself than anything, right? I feel like regardless whoever is in your environment that may be detrimental to your self-esteem, self-worth, happiness, and all the rest of it, I feel like you are the biggest block in your life at this point, because you don't see your true value. You don't see what you bring to the table. You don't see how gifted, talented, smart, funny, or, you know, beautiful, friendly, encouraging, you know, whatever it is. Like, you're going to have a bunch of traits, right? But you don't see them, and that's half the problem. And maybe because this person in your environment makes you believe that that's not the case, right? To make themselves feel better, because they feel like shit themselves. So they're trying to bring you down to their level, possibly. And you're allowing it to happen. Okay. So let's see. So clarifying the Seven of Cups in the position of your current circumstances, you have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Something has to give, Capricorn, okay? Something has to give. You can't continue as you are, because it's just going to bring your energy down even more, right? Because you're dreaming of things, you know, even though you have a vision of what you'd like, You're just kind of keeping it as a vision, but without any action. So it's just nothing more than a fantasy, right? There's no real progress or steps being taken towards it. But eventually the weight of your reality is going to crash through the dream, and you'll have no choice but to change it in some shape or form. And I feel like that's coming up for you sooner than you think. Again, you really should check out your shadow work reading, okay? So with regards to, getting ahead of myself, in regards to what's crossing the situation at this time, so in the position of your challenge, you have the 5 of Wands being clarified by the 10 of Cups in reverse. So you've got the 10 of Wands in reverse and the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is it. It needs to change. This needs to change. The situation has to change. Your environment has to change. You have to change. Because it's not serving. It's not serving anyone, anything, or yourself, right? And that's the thing, you know, being at odds with yourself constantly overriding any positive thought, you know, or communication you have with your self-doubt, fear, things of that nature, right? It's just crushing your dreams, and it's just crushing your ability to manifest, right? Your true happiness. So that's really sad, Capricorn. Like, I don't like seeing that for you. So you really do need to look at that, okay? Now, in regards to your recent past, the Page of Cups in reverse here, you have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Some more water, lots of water coming up all of a sudden. But yeah, I feel like it's a case of, it's like it wasn't even rejected because it wasn't even offered. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe you needed someone to be there emotionally for you, or someone needed you to be there emotionally for them, but it wasn't even rejected because it was never truly offered, not in the way that was needed, right? So that, again, that's pretty sad, you know. Now, clarifying your near future, the 6 of Swords here, in reverse. You have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So, yeah, it's interesting how you have all that water, emotional energy in the past, and you have all these swords, air energy, you know, in the future, near future. So again, your heart and your mind is still not in sync, right? And that's part of the issue here. But I feel like, you know that only you can get yourself out of this mental turmoil, because it's self-imposed, right? This imprisonment, this feeling of lack, of feeling like things are never going to change, that you can't move forward. You know it's not real. That's the thing. You know this. That's why it's coming up in reverse. You know that it's not real, and that only you can save yourself from your own thought processes. But, you know, are you going to take action on it? That's the question. Okay. With regards to your feelings, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you have the Magician in reverse. So Virgo energy, you could be dealing with Virgo, especially with it clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like, or you could have it probably in your chart. Yeah, there's no progress. There's no real steps being taken, as I was saying. You know, so any progress that was being made has come to a halt or has slowed down dramatically, right? And you are not, and because of that, the energy you're operating, you're not manifesting any real change at this time. Things have just become very samey, and there's no real progress. There's no growth taking place right now, right? And it's like, because you're choosing not to. That's the thing. It's not because it's not available to you. It's because you're actually choosing not to manifest. You're choosing not to take action. You're choosing not to move forward. That's the thing. Whether you realize it or not, that's what you're doing, you know. Okay. So clarifying the 3 of Pentacles in the position of what's crowning you at this time, you have the 5 of Wands in reverse. So again, we got the 5 of Wands in the upright in the challenge. We got the 5 of Wands in the position of what's crowning you, clarifying what's crowning you. So this is what I'm saying. Like, you need to see where the conflict is here. Conflict of interest. right? Between you and others as well. And that, see, that actually in some of your connections, you're on the same page as those people, right? But perhaps the reason, you know, you feel like you're being left behind and they're racing ahead is because they're the ones taking action. That's the difference. It's not that you don't have the skills. It's not you don't have the talent. It's not that you're not capable, but you're just not taking any action. It's really that simple. So clarifying the Devil here in reverse, in the position of your advice, you have the Lovers, okay? Gemini energy. So there may be a significant connection that could be coming in for you, but you're not seeing it, right? Because you're just caught in this energy of apathy and, you know, just being in a space where you're like, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, or I'm not meeting the expectation, right? So this can talk about, you know, you meeting people that see your potential and trying to help you realize that, right? Or, you know, a romantic interest that's trying to show you, listen, you have so much more than you realize, right? Perhaps someone from the past that was trying to reach out to you and you just didn't even acknowledge because you didn't even realize that they were trying to reach out to you. Or this could be a case of you needing to come into alignment with yourself, your divine feminine and masculine, and that's being guided. Like, listen, once you release this limiting self-belief, you can really start to come back into your true alignment, right? With regards to your external influences, the King of Wands in reverse, you have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I think this person that you're dealing with, the weird thing about this, I feel like I'm getting two messages here, right? All of a sudden, I feel like on one hand, if this is someone that you're dealing with in your environment, and bearing in mind, it's just because this is the King of Wands, it doesn't have to be a masculine. This can be, it doesn't have to be a male. It can be a female, right? But it's the masculine energy of this person is quite toxic, right? Is what I'm getting. And, you know, so there's that controlling, jealous, you know, bullyish kind of energy, right? But anyway, I feel like with the Seven of Swords clarifying that energy, I feel like this person doesn't even see like how exactly they come across, that they don't even come across as someone who's well thought out, that's, you know, trying to do things methodically, or like they have a plan and it's going to serve them in any way. They just kind of lash out for the sake of lashing out because that's what they've always done. That's what it comes across like. Like, they just do that because that's what they've always done, even though it doesn't get them anywhere either. So it's like, that's something they need to address, because they're just kind of basically projecting their shadow on you, essentially. And maybe as well, when you come into alignment with yourself, you won't entertain this kind of connection anymore, especially if this is a relationship that you're navigating. I think you'll cut that out because you see how toxic that is, right? So clarifying the High Priestess in reverse in the position of your fears, you have the Four of Swords. Yeah, you're afraid that you will not, you know, by you not speaking up, standing your ground, doing what is needed, you're never going to have the opportunity to heal yourself because things just don't change. You find yourself in the same situation, you know, getting the same wounds, being treated the same way unfairly, you know, never really having a chance to just be and just recuperate and to really, you know, heal, to feel whole again, right? I feel like you're just hoping that you'll have the courage to speak up so that you can heal yourself, because you know that without expressing what you need to express, you cannot heal, because it's all been kept beneath the surface right now. Now, in relation to your hopes, the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Wands as well. So we've got 3 8s here, so I feel like the number 8 is very important to you right now. Okay. So yeah, this is very much about you doing the shadow work at this point, for sure, with that number 8, and realizing just how truly abundant and blessed you really are once you go through the other side of that process, which is not easy, I can tell you, but it's absolutely essential and it's so rewarding when you do. And that's what you're being asked to do. Do the work. Come to the realization that you are worth it. You are deserving of it. Once you start doing that, boom, opportunities start coming for you. Communication, passionate communication. Things start to change in your environment. Things start going in your favor. You know? So it's worth it, right? It's definitely worth it. And then finally, clarifying the Fool card in reverse in the position of your potential outcome. You have the Two of Pentacles, making the decision. Do I go ahead or do I play it safe? Do I stay where I am or do I make a significant change, right? Because like I said, part of you wants to do this. Part of you really wants to work on yourself and put yourself in a better position, you know, emotionally, mentally, and also energetically. Especially when it comes to how you perceive yourself and the situation. But you're still in this place of stagnancy, so you have to decide. You keep going between the two of taking action and stopping, taking action and stopping. So you have to decide what you want to do moving forward to break this cycle, all right? So yeah, Capricorn, I'm going to go into an extended reading now to see what happened in the past here with this Page of Cups. We'll then also have a look at this King in reverse, this King of Wands in reverse character to see what his game is. And I say his just because he's, you know, King of Wands. And then also we'll take a look at what this energy is, if this is in regards to love or you coming into alignment. And then we'll get some last minute, advice to help you with your healing and your progress. So yeah, if I see you in the extended, awesome. Thank you so much for checking that out. If not, then I wish you so much luck and so much love is being sent your way while you do this work. And please do start doing the work, because honestly, that's how you'll break out of this cycle, taking it step by step. So do check out the shadow work reading. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, as I said earlier. And yeah, I'll be doing another reading for you guys very soon. That'll probably be the shadow work reading towards the end of the week, into the weekend. So stay tuned for that also. But for now, sending you all the best. Hope you have a good September. And I'll speak to you later.